What's up, you guys? My name is Miguel, fellow Xray Tech here, giving you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we are covering why night shift is a little bit better than day shift in certain aspects, as far as job flexibility, actual work-life balance, and the overall environment at work. Now, if you're watching this video and you're like, Miguel, I don't know if the night shift is for me, I don't know if I can do it, I can't stay up at night. Look, I was in the same boat as you were. My lady who's a nurse would consider me and tell you that when I'm off and I'm not working the night shift at 8 to 9 p.m., I am passed out asleep constantly. I always go to sleep early, and my lady will always make fun of me. She's like, how do you work night shift if, like, when you're off, you're always passed out? And I'm like, it's different. To the power of caffeine, that's how I be working at night. So naturally, over time, your body kind of adapts to the system, and especially that your body will get used to the routine. Especially like mine, I work 7 on, 7 off, and naturally I start on Wednesday and I end on Wednesday. So heading into my Wednesday to work in my body, even though the day before I went to sleep normal, like around 9 p.m. and I woke up probably like 6 a.m. around noon on Wednesday, my body will get automatically tired and kind of force me to go to sleep. And like maybe that first night I may not sleep that much. It may be like 2 to 3 hours, and then I'll wake up and I'll go on to work later at night. But it gets into a system. And the same way when you're off, your body will naturally adapt it. It's something my body does, not always. Some people, if they don't flip their sleeping schedule, they'll stay night mode the whole time, which is, I mean, everyone's different. But it is something you can consider to be like a plus. Like some people could see it like a challenging thing. I mean, I feel like it has a lot of flexibility, especially the 7 on, 7 off. Like, or even when you're working, if you're willing to give up a little bit of sleep, you still have the ability to like take care of appointments. If you're like, I have kids, you can like take care of their appointments. You can go and do anything you need to do as long as you're willing to give up sleep, even though you're like, oh, I don't want to give up the weekend. Once again, there's been times where I've literally, I mean, I'm the only one who pays the price. Always my lady and my kids, you know, they regular sleeping shifts. I'll by the time I get home, they're eating breakfast, and I'll come home, do what we have to do. And if we want to go out of town, if we want to go to this, I'm literally like, okay, well, I'll just give up a little bit of sleep. I may be like a little bit of zombie one day, but you still can enjoy technically some of the family events. I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks sometimes. Or if you give up enough sleep, I've noticed, this is from someone who, on average, by choice, because I have a lot of stuff going on, we average between 2 to 3 hours of sleep because I had a lot of stuff going on. Somewhere down the line of your 7 on, if you're still being sleep deprived, you're gonna kind of crash. Usually my body crashes by like the 5th or 6th night. I need to sleep a little bit more to make it on to the rest of the 7. But it's not too crazy bad. Obviously, for some people, they need more hours of sleep to be completely optimized because they can't perform at work. I don't struggle as much. I mean, at work, working at Trauma 3 ER, majority of the times we're just doing chest x-rays, and then you throw in some extremities, some spines, and other stuff. Nothing that, like, Miguel on autopilot at this point in my career can do. Like, this is not too bad. I will say by your 7th night, sometimes if maybe you're like tired or sleepy, you'll be like staring at the board, and sometimes you'll like kind of doze off or kind of, you know, get a little like this. You gotta stare at the screen a little extra hard to like read the orders. Occasionally it'll happen. There's been times where I'll look at it and I'm like, okay, it says chest x-ray. And then I look again and then it's like, oh, 2 view. Oh, my bad. I thought it said 1 view. So like you have to sometimes catch yourself. And that's the good thing about working night shift, especially if you have someone else. Some places it's just you. Some places it's you and some partners, depending on the level of trauma emergency room you work at. And as long as someone catches like the mistake or catches the error, you'll be safe. So, and since at night we don't have really any upper management, it's usually just you, the tech, and like maybe the house supervisor is the biggest boss, I guess, at the hospital. Like there's way less staffing, there's less people, so there's not really that many people in the way. I will say the few downsides is if you don't have too much experience in all the downtime, all the like if something goes wrong, how to fix it, then you may be struggling a little bit more, because in the daytime, if anything happens, usually you can reach out to your manager. If your manager is not there, usually you'll have what we call the veteran tech who's been there for several years, and majority of the times all the problems we kind of face are in what I call a little box of this already happened before, this is how we fix it. Like everything can be fixed as long as it doesn't get put online and the radiologist doesn't read it. Everything else can get fixed. But as soon as he like puts like the read and it gets on your packs and is stamped, then it still can't be fixed, but then you have to involve upper management and it could get kind of very hard. The only thing you can't take back is if you shot the wrong patient and they didn't have an X-ray order, and he can't take that back. That's the worst thing that could probably happen to you. But I do enjoy the night shift. It comes with many perks, especially in my lifestyle. I mean, sometimes the kids will be sick for appointments, and if you're a traditional family who, like, especially in this economy, y'all both working, me and my lady, she's a nurse. If y'all both work, you do what you have to do, someone would have to take off work, either you or whoever partner is if you work in the daytime. And I don't know about you, depending on what your job is and how strict it is and what you got going on, you could get in trouble. Maybe you miss so many days, you could get fired. It can cause a lot of problems. In mine, I just had to give up sleep. That's literally all it is. And I mean, there's been countless times throughout the year, especially during the winter months where the little kids, especially more if you have little kids like I do, will get sick. I've burned through so many days. I've told my manager, I'm like, if it wasn't for night shift, I don't know if I would be able to be a good employee, because I would have to miss a lot of days work. That is some of the good sides of working night. And even I feel like a night shift, the workflow, the team environment is a little bit better because everyone's just trying to get stuff done. In daytime, it's more of an individual team gets stuff done and everyone just kind of doing their own thing, but not as like the whole ER just trying to, you know, get stuff done. Because there's been many times, because I've worked daytime before, I'm notorious for working ungodly amount of overtime, and in daytime it's always like you try to do something, be like, no, come back later. They always kind of ban you off, pushing you back. There's always pushback to try to get stuff done, and it gets kind of annoying. It just something I don't like. And then in daytime, like I'll do something that I usually do at night, and then the nurses will be like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh well, I was getting a patient. I was just gonna put him here and shoot it, and then just keep it moving because it's not usually it doesn't bother anyone." Certain spots in the emergency room are kind of like neutral grounds, I would say, but in daytime, since the overflow, they kind of use it, or there's more walkthrough, and it can kind of, it gets kind of weird. So yeah, it is a little bit different. Still same job, and you have like just fluoro and a bunch of other stuff that kind of changes, but it is a little bit different. But I would highly recommend anyone giving it a shot for a little bit, just to see if you like it. Because if you do end up liking it, you will probably never go back to days. Especially me, who does not like fluoroscopy. I'll do it if I have to, but like it's like a completely different experience. Like working same place, same spot, everything. It just changes the dynamic. Work it a few times, and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, it's been your boy Miguel. We'll see you on the next one.